Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. And this is a little chit chat of the foolishness that it's been consuming us, y'all. It has been consuming us. That even though I did my regular review earlier, I hope y'all have watched it for the R&B ladies. Okay, the R&B, what's it called? The queens of R&B, whatever they're called. This is going to be a chit chat about that. We're going to watch a bit of Taj's live. We're going to watch and talk about the speak on it that Kandi and Tamika did. Well, Kandi and Tiny did as well. Because, some things just require a bit of a live and a chit chat between me and y'all, okay? And that's what we here for. Now, I ordered me a sandwich because last minute, because look, y'all, let me pop on screen. Let me see where I'm at. Let me pop on screen. Hey, okay. Look, I look crazy. Not crazy. What's in my headband? It's been a long. Is that my gray hair? Because probably was gray hair. But it has been a long day. I woke up yesterday at 8:40 p.m. And I have been woke ever since. I have not went to bed yet. Even though I went to work and everything, I have been up officially for 24 hours. Okay, and I had to order me a sandwich because I'm hungry. So when my sandwich get here from Doordash, I'm gonna put y'all on hold real quick, okay? But anyway, we here to have this conversation. I have just enough energy, y'all, to get y'all my foolishness for the day, and then I'm passing out until tomorrow, okay? But how is everyone doing? Happy Monday to everyone. Okay, happy Monday to everyone. If my voice sounds weird, I think it's because I've been up. I don't know. We're going to see, okay? But y'all know a couple of things to do to make sure that you've already subscribed to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and. Okay, it's the thing to do every day, okay? Please also like the video, hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps YouTube share it and recommend me, okay? So please do that. Please and thank you. Y'all know to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner, on IG, also on Twitter and TikTok, okay? And y'all know to comment because this is a conversation. So comment in the comment section, okay? Hit the share button and all that stuff, okay? All that stuff. Okay, we have a new member, Shayla Jackson is a whole new member. Welcome to the membership. Okay. But hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all don't like it on the way in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey my, that's my mom. Look, okay. My mom was also where I've been up for 24 hours and I was supposed to go to bed. I had to come to my live because I had announced it. And after my live is done, I'm going to bed. Okay. But I hope everybody around here has already had a great day. We will have a great evening, okay, of the foolish and the ness, okay? My husband came home after hearing about the show on the radio today. He came home and asked, what did Jaylee say? He act like he be listening, all in the mix and knowing the flavor of the Kool-Aid. He be listening and stuff. Even permitted me to put on. I appreciate being on the big screen, okay? On the big screen. Yeah. Okay. But how is everybody doing? Okay. I hope everybody is having an amazing, great day. Okay. Around here, happy Monday and stuff. I'm trying to pop in and say hello to everybody that can. But y'all know, once I get into my talking and stuff, I can't sometimes see everything. Why I think it's on me to get my sandwich. Okay, I want to get my sandwich. Anyway, Rocky need to go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not even take your ass to the boardwalk and do not stop at no railroads. Just go straight to jail. Okay, a sandwich. Hey. To all the JayBirds, all the newbies, all the OBs, to everybody who's been around here, and being a part of my foolishness. Okay, I'm going straight to bed. You hear me? I'm going straight to bed. Okay, I ain't got time. Look, I'm about to be done with BS there. So petty Betty on it. And the crazy part is, it's the song that we think is ending and then it don't end. And we were like, what's going on? I don't know. And I be like, what's happening? Why is it always something else around here? Okay. Yes, dedication. Okay. I was up late doing my reviews and getting stuff for y'all to watch early today. And I just couldn't go back to sleep. Could not get no. So I'm just up. You know what I'm saying? Around here, getting stuff done and stuff. Okay, we're getting it done. We're getting it done. So this will not be no long live, y'all. We're going to get to what we're going to get to. And let it be that. Okay? Rocky finna be. Now he's going to be the Sorry Kelly. He may be. They both be doing illegal things, in my opinion. Okay? Rocky is caught in a drama. I agree. Rocky is the main one who we feel like is on the B of the S. Rocky is the main one who seems to cause everything. And then Tasha is getting caught up because she love that man and she don't want to leave that man and she looking foolish for that man. Okay. Coco, Lily, and Tasha are messy. Look, I keep saying people don't want to acknowledge that SWV is also messy. That's the part that I think aggravates me the most, is the fact that I'm like, we know they messy. We see it. We hear it. Like, they not hiding it. It's like people are ignoring it. I think because some folks just don't like Kandi and they just want to, have something to hold on to and be upset with. And I'm like, but it don't make no sense. Because they, SWV not innocent, okay? Can't sleep with you can't sleep with the ops. Tasha is complicit. She very much so is. And she did just say, I knew everything. I know everything. That's my husband. I know, and we know you know, and we know you know, and we know you know. So just admit that you look. It's a lot going on. And she needs to admit what she know. Because if not, she's gonna look more and more guilty by trying to ignore what we all see. And that's what was not supposed to happen. You can't be ignoring what we all see. It's like, maybe she can't read. Maybe she's illiterate. Because if somebody put receipts in her face and she can't read them, I'm going to assume that she's illiterate. That's what I would do. Is showing they went through my account. So, I don't see one. No, I don't see one. I don't know where with YouTube. Maybe acting funny now. They do that sometimes. SWV throwing sticky shade like Phaedra. It don't be sneaky to me. I be seeing it. Clear as day. read it front and center. And the sad part is they really be acting like, you know, they're innocent and they're just trying to respond back. Girl, they just said my ain't nobody knocked on my door, but they said completed. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. How you gonna mark my food delivered and it's not here? Hold on, y'all. One more again. Well, I guess I ain't getting my sandwich and the food, girl. I don't have the time to even comprehend somebody stealing my food because I just don't have it. I don't have it. Anyway, y'all, let's just keep it moving. Okay, I'll eat tomorrow. Anyway, let's get into what happened with this stuff right here because I don't have the time. I am girl. I could get, and then not how you not answering the phone either. I don't understand how that happens. I'm sitting here and I don't have my food, and I want my food, but it say delivered, and you not answering. What am I supposed to do? You was in the parking lot. You was at the door. See, this is y'all. I don't get it. If you are if you hungry, just say that. If you need me to buy you some food, and just say that. What you should never do is be a DoorDash driver and then come to the person's actual home and pull up to the door and then but don't deliver the food. I can't even because I can't cuss and fuss how I want to cuss and fuss because I don't understand I don't understand. I don't understand how you come here. I'm trying to mark my order as not delivered to get my money back. And I'll just eat tomorrow. Girl. Y'all, let's get to it. Cause I don't want to cuss and fuss with y'all about this food. I'll, get me a little, who does that? Who does that? I I'm like, who does that? I have been sitting here, girl. I have been sitting here waiting for my food, and you just round here taking people food, and then you see me, this bitch see me calling. Let me get on screen. Let me get on screen. Girl, let me lock my door before I got to punch the bitch in the throat. Let me look one more time. Let me open my window. Nope. See, this is what happens when I stay up too much. You stay up all night, you haven't slept, you want a sandwich, you order the sandwich, you pay for the sandwich, and then they supposed to deliver your sandwich. And then they drive to your house, they park outside, because you see them outside. They wait some time to make it seem like they made the delivery. And then they just don't bring your food. Anyway, I hope that Artisha enjoys my sandwich. I hope that the corned beef on rye with Swiss cheese, no mustard, toasted bread, I hope it go down her throat real tough. Okay, I hope every morsel that go down her throat, it feel like sandpaper. Okay, I hope it just scratch it all up. I hope in the morning that her whole lip falls off because she ain't know that she's allergic to rye bread. Because when you go pick up somebody's order and then drive to their house, I get it. You picked it up from the restaurant and you never made it to my apartment complex. But bitch, you was outside the door. It pinged you outside my door. And I was waiting. And you round here and just did not bring me my shit. I don't get bitches. It probably was Coco from SWV because she be mad at me that talking shit. Anyway. Lord Jesus. I just hope her throat swell up. I don't want her to perish. I don't want her to perish. I'm not wishing anybody to perish. But I do want her throat to swell up enough to where she thinks she's going to perish and God save her. And God said, because you took my child's sandwich, I almost took your life, but I let you live because my daughter, Jaylee, is a forgiving soul. And she just hoped that you almost perish, but not so much. I'm not going, girl. Lord Jesus. I don't, because one is late. It's late, the store is closed now, so I can't order. I'll eat tomorrow. It's okay. I'll eat tomorrow. I wasn't supposed to eat today. I'm going to assume I wasn't supposed to eat today. I got some. Because food. Girl, I ain't got time unthought nothing. I ain't got time. Because I gotta go. I'm tired. I've been up since 8:40 p.m. yesterday. It's 9:25 today. Okay. You got a banana. I have food. I really do have food. I'm too tired to cook, so I'm eat a pickle. A slice of cheese. I got some pears in there. It's fine. I just hate. I don't like folks stealing. I don't like folks. I got my refund already. I did. That's what I was doing when I was making sure. But I was cussing her out. Let me check my email. See, this is not what we supposed to be doing. This is supposed to be about, these people. And I was gonna have my food was on seat out, girl. Bitch stole my food. Anyway, let's get into what we can't get into, okay? Uh, they stole my DoorDash. Now I'm gonna complain when I'm done here. I had to get my refund first. I'm gonna complain and give you some credits. Because when they take your food, you have to complain and also get some credits on top of the refund. Because you can't just come to my apartment and sit outside and eat my goddamn sandwich and then put delivered to your belly, bitch. Anyway, let's get to these heifers, okay? So we're gonna chit chat a little bit about what happened on the episode. We're gonna get into Kandi, speak on it. We'll get into Todd and her messy shit or whatever. We're gonna have a good. You know, let's reset. Let's reset. Let's all take a moment to inhale and exhale. Y'all know how we do. Because we have to relax, relate, and release. Okay, I want everyone to inhale for 4 seconds and then exhale for 6 seconds. Okay, and as we doing that, we're gonna pray that the bitch who stole my sandwich got a flat tire in the rain. Okay, inhale and exhale. And we hope that bitch who stole my sandwich tire go flat. Anyway, let's go. So the episode from last night, we seen Tamika and LaTocha making up. I feel like Tasha wanted forgiveness, not knowing what was coming up the assembly line of foolishness between her and Rocky. I think she felt like if I can get my sister back in my corner, you know, and have her on my side and have her love me and be with me and stuff, that all will be forgiven. And anything else that Rocky did that Tamika know, Tasha maybe felt like, she won't say nothing. You know, if I got her back in my pocket, if my sister back in my pocket, she won't say anything. So let me accept her phone call for her and me to make up. Let me sit here with her and not really say nothing. And then by me not saying nothing to her, I'm just looking at her real hard, which is my way of saying her, listen, okay, I'm your big sister. Okay, you have to be on my side. Because we don't do anything up with that. Girl, bye. I feel like nothing that we saw from Tamika, from Tasha on this whole show, nothing was genuine. Nothing. And so she felt like I can keep playing Tamika by making her feel like I love you, sister. It's me and you. It's always been us, the three amigos. It's been you, me, and mama ever since daddy left. I'm like, didn't your daddy leave y'all when y'all was younger? Why y'all keep bringing up he left as if it's weird? Like, dad still haunt y'all to this day with y'all own grown children and husbands and wigs and shifty mamas. And the crazy part is, Tamika do love her sister. Tamika also wants to be like in the good graces, but I also think she don't want to be made a fool of no more. You know? So this was like step one in. Let's see how far our sisterhood can get back to where it was. But I felt like within this conversation, they didn't say, this is my thing too. Because Tasha keeps saying in every interview she do, I ain't talk to my sister. I ain't talk to my sister. I ain't talk to my sister. I don't know nothing about 30K. But you sat right here with her. Okay? You sat right here. And you didn't think to ask her no question? Not none? Not one? Someone accuses you and your husband of stealing royalty money, and you didn't think to ask for the details. You kept saying, I just want to know what's going on. I just want some understanding. I just didn't know what's happening. Girl, you didn't ask any questions. So each time she told us in her interviews recently how I had not talked to my sister. Yes, you did. You did. But you didn't ask her no questions about that money because you didn't want to answer her questions. It's easy for someone to say, well, she didn't bring it up. She accused me of it, but then after she accused me, she didn't say shit else. Well, bitch, the accusation itself is the accusation. If you don't want to ask what you mean, what happened, I don't know, let me comprehend what you did or what he did or what someone did. She sat there and stayed silent because she wants to be complacent in rocky schemes and scams and bullshit that he's been accused of. Because it's all accusations. I mean, it's accusations with receipts. Because we know that Tasha said,
do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts?
No. And so Tamika gave receipts, okay? And ever since she gave them receipts in real time, she been quiet as church mouse. And then on this show, when she sat in the lady's face and they ain't talk about nothing. I told y'all, can't nobody accuse me of doing nothing and think we not gonna have a third world war conversation about what you mean I stole your money. What money? What do we see that? Let me know. Is it my name? My husband stole it? Oh, baby, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have a conversation. Me and my husband, it's going to be talked about. Tasha did not want to talk about it. Rocky did not want to talk about it. Because you can easily say, hey, if she don't bring it up no more, we ain't got to discuss it no more. We'll leave it be. So that conversation here, it was null and void. Now, the next conversation we seen had was with the SWV girls. Now, look, so many people feel like, SWV are being adults. They're handling things. It's nicey nice and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And I feel like y'all don't see the mess that SWV be having and doing online. Y'all don't see that shit. Now, when we watch Taj's live in a little bit, I want to just point out some of the inconsistencies in there. We're innocent. We don't do anything. We don't post on social media. We're minding our business. We are a well-oiled machine. It's nothing to it but to do it. It's like, no, the thing to do is stop being fake and phony and be as messy as we see that y'all are. It ain't my fault y'all messy. It ain't my fault if y'all don't want Kandi and them going on social media and responding as all people do from reality shows. Y'all can't be around here acting like y'all ain't did nothing. That's the BS with it. That's what makes me pissed. That's what makes me pissed. And I feel like people, and I have to tell y'all, I am an SWV and Escape fan. So I don't have no bone to pick with either group. I like them both, which is why I can call them both out. And people are not calling out SWV like they're doing Escape. And I get, when SWV came out first, they sold more records. Them hoes still messy. They may not have the mess that Tamika and Tasha has, but we not gonna act like we ain't remember when Lily and Taj was pissed off at Coco for treating them like goddamn slaves, and she's a goddamn master. And I keep telling y'all, the kicker is, we see that Escape has been able to tour and do shows as a trio. They did it before without Kandi. Little bit. Okay, and now they're consistently doing it without Tasha. SWV, Coco can do whatever she wants to do. If Coco throat fall out, if Coco stole my sandwich, her throat got messed up like old girl. If Coco couldn't sing no more, Lily and Taj could not tour without Coco. They can't. They can't. It can't happen. It won't happen. So when Lily was saying, "Oh, you know what? It's Tamika's job to kiss Kandi ass and Tiny ass, not ours." Yeah, well, I was like, Lily, I love you, and I've always felt the most connected to Lily because she's like down to earth. But Lily, you was homeless. You were homeless after being in a multi-million unit sold group. You were homeless, sleeping in your car. Y'all well-oiled machine broke the fuck down. So to talk about escape as if y'all have always had y'all shit together. Y'all have never had any issues. Y'all ain't never fought. Y'all ain't never argued. Y'all ain't never had any business discrepancies with how much Coco make and how much y'all make. To me, is don't play me like I'm dumb. Because guess what? I remember. I remember. Because we not dumb. So it aggravates me that they're playing this holier than thou thing because, oh my God, why would they ask us for them to headline? Y'all don't have no real show. SWV is a legendary group. Coco can sing all the songs on her own. Lily and Taj are great backup people or do bop 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 bop. Okay. However, we have to make it known y'all don't have no show. Y'all go out and sing. Well, I'm sorry, Coco sang and y'all sing along with the track. Okay, so y'all are upset because let's call it what it is. Escape may not have all the hits that SWV has, but SWV came out before them and had 2 more albums than them. They should have sold more albums. They had more albums. If I have 5 albums and they have 3 albums, okay, you have 2 more albums than us. So y'all should sell more records. Y'all came out before us. We broke up before y'all. So I mean, what the fuck? And not only that, y'all have seen the two different shows. Escape puts on a performance. SWV put on combat boots and cozy clothes and they go sing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's y'all style. It's 2 different styles. But y'all be up and shitting on Escape because y'all feelings are hurt. You hear me? Your feelings are hurt. And I always say, if you can't handle business, then don't partner with anybody. Because when you partner with somebody who wants to talk business, you can't let your feelings run around here and cause you to look foolish and childish and messy. If you don't understand business, if you don't understand how in 2023, promoters and bookers of shows and shit, they do pay attention to the person's social media following because their reach is longer. More people see them. If y'all don't realize that Kandi had that damn play on Broadway and she used her social media to get that shit sold out by promoting on her social media, that's how you ain't nobody around here looking at fucking newspaper. No one is going and listen to the radio. No one's going and getting albums from the store and getting a cassette tape. No one is going and read the paper. No, people is on Twitter, TikTok, IG, Facebook. That's how people promote things. So if Kandi has 10.7 million followers and Coco has 200,000 followers, it's a difference. Kandi's reach is further. That does not mean that Escape is better than SWV. What that means is the promotion for it. If you can have a restaurant that has the best sandwiches. I'm hungry. You can have a restaurant that has the best sandwiches, but if no one knows they exist, but they're great, does it matter? You can't sell no sandwiches if no one knows where you are. You know what I'm saying? So SWV are people who don't get how business is handled in this market, in this day and age. Kandi has 10 Kandi has, I think, like 10.7 million. I can't think of what it is. Let's see. JayBirds. Can y'all believe how much energy I have and I ain't been asleep? Which I don't know. I'm mad because I got my sandwich. Kandi has 10.4 million followers. Tiny has 7 million. So why are we allowing SWV to trick us into thinking that someone who was built up their social media promoting platform to 7 million and 10.4 million should not feel like they worked to get to a place where they are worth what they are worth? It don't mean that you ain't worth shit. It doesn't. It means I know what I'm worth. I know how much we get paid. And if you are a group who has never headlined, if you are a group who don't have no performance, if you are a YouTuber who don't have graphics, who don't have music, who don't have all the shit that y'all know y'all faves come around and give y'all a whole show. I put on a show every day for y'all. Every day. I entertain every day. I ain't the same as a YouTuber who has an AI page and it's a fucking computer who just does not compute. It ain't a show. It ain't a show. It ain't what I do. So SWV has been in their feelings from the beginning. And then telling half truths. When Taj told them that Tamika said they're not relevant, I said, that ain't what you said. That's what you felt. We always say people sometimes hear what they want to hear, even if that ain't what you said. Tamika saying how Kandi and Tiny's social media shit is whatever. That don't mean y'all ain't shit. But it's true, y'all together collectively have less than 1 million followers. If y'all sold 30 million records, bitch, why? Where y'all people at? What's going on? What's happening? And that don't mean that y'all are not SW to the V. What it means is it's two different playing. We all playing baseball, but you on one field and I'm on the other. You still wearing the soft helmet baseball hat. I have the hard hat. I've upgraded. That does not mean that you are not still the legendary SWV. And people, in my opinion, have been allowing SWV to feel like y'all have the right to be upset. Y'all have the right, because they are playing. Escape ain't this shit besides say, hey, let's have a business conversation. Because we feel like, based on our history as we've been touring recently, where we have only been the headliners, we want to keep our headliner status. But Taj is over here telling them, Tamika said that we're not relevant, which makes them feel some kind of way. If you're putting words in people's mouths, if you are thinking that's what someone meant by saying how their group is, that is you putting yourself in the irrelevant category. That's on you. I don't care if my videos only get 3,000 views. Don't care. And the person next to me video gets 45,000 views. I don't care. I'm not irrelevant. I'm me. These are my views. And as soon as SWV realized it's not about comparing them at all, it's y'all. There's two different fucking groups. So it aggravated me that Taj told them, hey, she said we got. I'm like, that ain't what she said. That ain't what she said. That's what you took. That's what you took from it. Because y'all, in my opinion, are playing victim a little bit. A little bit. And that's the part that, in my opinion, is causing this whole breakdown. Because SW to the V are set and being upset with Escape. I seen Ty say in her video at one point how they were on the defensive. Right. So someone is on the defensive. When you come into any situation, you come in with an attitude and you're not really trying to be helpful. Truth be told, on this show, if you really think about it, Escape has not raised a voice. When Coco literally said, I sold 30 million records, bitch. Why they gotta be a bitch? And I get it's a figure of speech. I get that. But why come with that vibrato? Why do that? Because someone asked the question. So when people make it seem as if Escape is around here being mean and nasty and rude and disrespectful to SW, I'm like, where? I don't get it. I don't. I never was. Someone asking me a question about, okay, we use the headlining, so like how that's gonna work. And for SWV to keep saying they don't mind opening. Okay, so what's the argument? If you don't mind opening, meaning Escape will be the headliner, it's still a show. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? And it also shows that SWV probably allows their management to handle all these backdoor conversations, and they have no idea how these things usually go. And so when they hear someone ask a question, that's a typical question, they get pissed off, which got the fans pissed off. First of all, saying, because I'm prepared, saying that SWV dresses in combat boots and flats and comfy clothes, and we dress, that's not a shade, that's a fact. It's a fact. They dress differently. However, the point is we dress differently. But if you want to be offended by that, that's because you feel like you're less than. Someone telling me I like wearing jogging pants and sneakers and they like wearing heels and dresses, that ain't no shade to me. We dress differently. I look good in my shit, but we dress, people like to say that was shade, but no one is saying that what SWV says is shade. Tiny saying we dress differently is a fact. If you call it shade, it's because you upset. But what you upset for? Do you not wear combat boots and jerseys? Do you not wear comfortable stuff? Do we not see y'all in all y'all come on now, they told Lily said she wouldn't be caught dead and would escape well. They call them strippers, but that's not shade. What what do you mean? But let me get out the comment. I gotta stay out. I stay out the comment section because I don't like fussing with nobody. Oh, with people saying I can't see no cash. Oh, thank you, Keisha. So I can't see nothing. Thank you, Keisha L. Coco and Lily wanting to fight is immature, fully immature. And this is my thing. I'm not here to bash either group. I'm here because Lily and Coco and Taj was sitting around here talking as if, oh my God, Escape was around here just dogging us. They being so mean to us. I can't believe how mean they are. They just dogging us out. But they're not saying they're doing the same thing. The first piece of shade thrown around here was Coco saying, I sold 30 million records, bitch. You sold your little 7. Then they're like, they're on social. Everybody on social media. Everybody is on social media talking cash money shit. Everybody. Okay. Anyway, my point in this part was SWV is making it seem like they're above the bullshit, and they're not. They're making it seem as if they never had any issue. They're making it seem like they've been a well-oiled machine. When Taj told us she was working at a retail damn shop for $9, okay, Lily was broke and homeless. Y'all sold 30 million records, and Lily was homeless. So y'all bragging about what y'all do, but one of your group members was did Coco didn't let Lily come live with her? Nope. The last time they had a show, their own reality show, they was up there fussing and cussing for 2 seasons. So no one should be saying how dysfunctional Escape is, as if SWV has always had. They not arguing right now. Let Coco decide to go home and not come back to sing. Let Coco decide to retire. Then let's see how friendly SWV is when they meal ticket is round here sleeping and retired. Thank you, Janaea Jennings. I get they fell away, but everything Escape is saying is based on their business. SWV taking it. Thank you. That's my issue. You can feel how you feel, but you have to admit that you're taking things personal that are supposed to be business. That's my point. But some folk don't understand business conversation. They just get pissed because you said something they don't understand. The fuck you mean 2 + 2 is 4? Well, bitch, 2 + 2 is 4. What are you mad for? I'm just talking about math. But let's move on. Oh, Lily said, I forgot, because Lily also said when she was talking to her sister that she feel like Escape thinks they are better than SWV. And I said, well, how? How do you think someone thinks they're better than you? What did they do besides say, we stand up? I always say this. You should never allow anyone to make you dim your shine. You should never allow anyone to make you feel like you can't big up your group or whatever it is you're doing, because that makes them feel like you think you're better than me. No, bitch, I do think I'm better than you, and you should think that you're better than me. Or we both just think we great. I don't have to make it seem like I'm not that bitch so you feel better about yourself. Because I'm that bitch all day, every day. Hook or crook. And so when I hear Todd saying, Tamika said, we irrelevant. When I hear Lily say, I feel Escape thinks they are better than us, to me means that's how you feel. But they have not done nothing that we can see that will make it seem like they think they're better than you. Each time they say, no, we think y'all. Escape has and SWV have both sang each other's praises. But I can't hold myself accountable for how you feel about something I ain't said or I ain't did. Those are subconscious traits that Lily feel based on people feeling like she's the least talented singer in the group. Let's call a thing a thing. Okay? People praise Coco's voice. We love Tasha's voice on Use Your Heart, Not Your Eyes. Lily has always been looked at as the cute light-skinned girl, but she don't sing that much. So the same way Tasha has always felt insecure because she was looked at as the big girl, Lily has been looked at over time as not really the one that's saying that much. That does not mean she's not talented, but that's how she feels. That's why she would think that someone thinks they better than her when they ain't said the shit. Because that's how she feels. She's now on a tour with other people who sing. Now, we know Lily has a voice around them. We know that. However, she feels some kind of way. Because ain't nobody said shit about Escape thinking they're better than SWV. So if you're going to watch the show and be a fan of the show, at least do it and be, fair. To say, what, ain't nobody saying they better than y'all? Ain't nobody saying that? What you mean? And if you feel that way, why not go and talk to the people who you think, because if they have the fuck. Anyway, so that was what I want to touch on for those, those two things. Let's get to the set list with Coco. And Coco, look, Coco came in with a stank ass attitude. You hear me? And the reason being is because Taj told her, Tamika said they was irrelevant. So now each group member is on defense because they feel like y'all talking cash money shit on us. So they're on defense. And for anyone to say, well, Coco wasn't upset. Coco didn't have yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And you can't go into a group setting where you're supposed to be working on shit and have an attitude, and the person you're talking to don't know why you mad. Kandi ain't did shit to you. Nothing. Tamika was the one who allegedly said it. And if you walk in with an attitude, guess what? The person you in there with gonna also have attitude. So Coco's attitude was matched and met by Kandi's. We're gonna sit here together and be eyeballing each other. Okay? So, excuse me. This is also an issue I have. The fact, also, y'all know they said that Kandi said how Tasha was there via Zoom on the screen, but they didn't use anything she said. So Tasha is in the atmosphere. Okay, now, the fact that they Ryan fussing, the reason I put this picture up, I'm like, see, because some of y'all be listening to the show. Y'all don't be watching the show. Because I review shit, I have to watch the show and catch shit y'all didn't catch. You know what I'm saying? And I said, did nobody catch Kandi's phone showing the set list as they were saying it? And I'm like, do y'all not see the last song was not going to be weak or understanding? It's actually I'm Every Woman. Meaning both groups will come together and sing, I'm every woman. It's all in me. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that Coco and SWV and Escape are battling over which song will be last. I'm like, the last song is a difference. What is Weak and Understanding are both two slow ass songs that we all like. What the fuck does it matter? Because it's not as if once whoever sing that song, y'all leave. No, y'all gonna come together and then sing I'm Every Woman. But some folk did not pay attention to the phone. I'm like, y'all do know they was showing the phone for a reason. And if you look at the phone, we see you're the one for me. Okay. We see Can We see Feel So Good. We then see Human Nature, which means that's a song they're gonna come together to sing. Because clearly the green song is songs for them to be together on. Clearly. Blue songs is clearly SWV. and Red Pinky songs are clearly Escape. So the fact that we have two SWV songs, a Escape song, a group singing of Human Nature, right here, just kicking it, weak, understanding, and then the group again. What's the point? And the reason Coco made me upset was because when Kandi said, we want to end on this song, we will end on that song. And when Kandi said, okay, so what can be a compromise? I don't know. Coco didn't want to budge. Why? Because Coco and her feelings. I wish if I sold 30 million records, bitch, why is you in your feelings if you sold 30 mil? Why you care? It's not as if people won't hear the song. It's not as if they won't see both groups. The fuck? So I feel like, Coco, what's the point of holding on? And Ken, what's the point? Y'all, the last song will be I'm Every Woman. But folk wanted to act like, well, see, why we don't like understand. I'm like, I do what I need. I love that song. I love both that and Weak. They're two great songs. What the doesn't? But people don't want to admit that. People don't want to admit that Coco came in there with a funky ass attitude. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, them in these outfits. Now look, Tiny was the one. It was Tiny and Taj? No, Tiny and Lily. Tiny and Lily were the ones who were supposed to be in charge of wardrobe. Now, I'm also going to bring this up, y'all. The dancer that was picked was because Escape was like, we got to get some dancers. The set list dude, the graphic designer dude, was Escape's people. The wardrobe people is Escape's people. I need someone to tell me what has SWV brought to the table to make this a collaborative thing. What have they shared with the group to make it a collaboration? If y'all using Escape's design people, y'all using their graphic people, y'all using their DJ, what are y'all doing? You want it to be a collaborative effort, but y'all ain't brought no one here. And I don't want to hear, well, Lily, you know what? Well, Coco lived in Timbuktu, and then Todd lived in Timbuktu. Y'all knew ahead of time y'all were filming this show. And if y'all don't have the wherewithal in y'all brains to bring whoever it is y'all work with, because why would I want to work with somebody and it be collaboration and I don't have anyone I'm used to working with, collaborating with whoever they work with to make it blend? No, SWV will come to the table with empty pocketbooks and open coochies and then say, somebody fill me up. Ain't came with nothing. Ain't came with no idea, no color scheme, no right. They roll separately. Y'all couldn't run a sprinter bus whether come together. Nothing. But folk want to be upset with Escape. If you come to, and I know, well, that's Escape City. I don't care if you know this show. They did not come to them on a Tuesday and say, hey, you know what, on Friday we're gonna shoot a show on Friday. I know it's Tuesday, but on Friday we're gonna no. They planned this shit. They thought about it. Was months in the making. You hear me? I told y'all. I love Jesus. I told y'all once I got started, I was gonna, be started. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, y'all. I'm hungry, and I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this. I do not want anyone to think I am trying to browbeat SWV. I'm just pointing out stuff that people seem to be ignoring. Okay? Because I don't think people think, like, damn, it was Tamika and they said designer. It is tiny in the costume designer. It was them saying, hey, let's get some background dancers. What I want anyone who was in here, but after you, I want someone to tell me what the fuck did SWV bring besides Jaylee. Let me know if y'all can tell me anything they brought besides Coco's son, who not even singing. He just standing around there in an orange shirt. So what did SW to the V bring to this collective, collaborative event? What? Anything? No. So before we start saying how SWV is the victims, Escape was being mean. No, being mean would be saying, bitch, get your own stylist, get your own DJ, get your own dancers, get your own set person, get your own this, get your own that. That would have been them being mean and bitchy. It would not be them saying, okay, what song y'all want to start with? What colors y'all want to wear? Do y'all want to set? If y'all want to go out there in combat boots and overalls, feel free. Or we can have y'all meet up. But folk don't want to admit that. That SW used to be and came with nothing. I also want to make a point that I feel like the reason they probably went with this designer was because it was a quick show. You know what I'm saying? We need someone to quickly make us some costumes. I feel like SWV ain't chipped in not $9 nickel or quota, okay, to pay for shit. But walk in, oh, this is the strippers. They use strippers. So what? And if that man can make outfits, let him make outfits. He made the tour outfits for them in 2017, and no one complained about them in 2017. So what? Who do y'all have? Where's your costume person? Who make y'all combat boots and overalls? Old Navy? Burlington Coat Factory? You can't come around here complaining about shit and not have no solution. You can't. You can't come to my session complaining about a set list when you did not help make this. Where is your set list person? Who does your set list? Who? I ask you. But y'all right fussing about, oh, this is the strippers. Oh, the strippers. I was like, the fuck? Escape has provided the wardrobe person, the stage presentation people, the dancing folk, and all SWV do each time is complain. Why is they graphic designer here for the set list? Bitch, because. And I'm like, Coco, are you dumb to say why is the graphic designer who does the graphics for the tour at the set list meeting? Don't you think he has to match the graphic design to the songs to make it flow? So he would need to know the set list to do the graphics for what? The set. Because 2 + 2 is 4. And we're also going to point out the reason why some people wear these type of clothes is because you're in the show one-on-one, okay? In the show, you're Beyonce, J-Lo, Aretha. I've always heard folks say this, that when you are on stage, you're supposed to wear something that the person all the way in the back can see you. Because it's not about how you see yourself in the mirror and you see up close, it's a bright ass red, yeah. But your fan who can only afford the $40 seat that's way back up, need to see you. And if you round here in army fatigue and plaid cut-off pants and combat boots, cool. That's your style. But if the other group style is I want to be sure they can see me from a mile away, that's okay too. It's two different designs. And not only that, they brought them to a designer who said, you know what, let me know what y'all like, what y'all don't like. You took them to somebody who was going to listen to what they wanted to wear and not just put them in something that make them look like a goddamn garbage bag. Okay? So, but again, let's keep complaining. Let's keep complaining. Anyway. You know, it's thank you. It's for visibility for the people in the back. Even when you see a performer in all black, they will be in all black, but the all black will be lined with some color to be. When Lily said, "Let's wear all black," I was like, "What? Is you a ninja? Is you a cat burglar? Is you robbing somebody? Do you not want to be seen? What the what? What?" And even to judge the designer because he happens to make stripper clothes. I'm like, I mean, I love strippers. People they have to work. You know? I mean, it's clothes. It's lingerie. But if he's a designer, he can make what you want him. And let's be truthful and honest. If you see some of these dances, they be having on some amazing shit. When you pay a designer to make your clothes, you're not wearing the run-of-the-mill bullshit. You're not wearing the dollar store bikinis. No, you're paying someone to design your outfit to look fancy. You know, when you go to a show, it's a cabaret with fucking flamingo dancers and pearls and all that other stuff. You give them a show. And that's the difference between Escape Show and SWV. Now, it ain't nothing wrong with SWV show. It isn't. That's how they do. For example, I come on live and I rant for 2-3 hours. And y'all like it. Some people have a 30-minute YouTube video about stuff. And y'all like that too. It's just two different styles of how it is. I come and are you not entertained? Is that not why you are here? Okay. Got here to reach. You know what I'm saying? You come with, you want to entertain folk. You want to laugh and talk. That's what it is. If I came here and hey y'all, how y'all doing? So Coco said this and Coco said that. Bye. No. I give y'all a show every day after work and every day. Now y'all know I've been up for 26 hours. And look at me. You wouldn't know I have not slept since yesterday. I'm giving a show. FWV go out there and whatever they're wearing and they sing, they have a good time, and people love their show. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And Escape go out there and they have the LED shit, they have these goddamn costumes or whatever, these wigs, this extra, the fucking rain and umbrellas. Okay, it's a show. It's just two different things. That's it. But it don't mean that Escape is better than SWV. What it means is they have two different type of shows. And anyone trying to make it seem as if that means that it's always shade. Well, no, you just want to be shady. You know, that's what it is. It's fine. But don't make it seem as if, whatever. And even it's on the record sales. When the production put up how many albums they sold in the U.S., now I know that's just the U.S. That ain't overseas. We ain't talking about overseas. We talking about here, where we live, where they touring at. In the U.S. of the fucking A, okay? In the U.S. of the A, the album sales are only a difference of a little over 1 million. So it's like, and not to mention, both groups ain't sold that shit in 30 fucking years. It's the equivalent of saying, I was prom queen 30 years ago. So Congratulations, prom queen of 1993. Congrats. What have you done for me lately? How many albums have you done lately? I'm just saying. Both groups have sold millions. That is amazing. We can't take that from them. However, at the same time, who gives a fuck? Because SWV on their own. The last 2 albums they put out went doorknob, which means they went nowhere but in circles. Okay? I sold 30 million records, bitch. But what did your last album do? Escape was smart. They didn't put out no more albums. They were smart, okay? So it's like we can't make it seem as if, that Escape or SWV sold millions recently. Neither group have sold shit recently. And we're also, SWV had 2 more albums. You have 5 albums compared to 3 albums. So the fact that SWV sold a bit more, they should have. Anyway, again, SWV, who I sold 30 million records, bitch. I was prom queen. It's the same statement. Same statement. Same statement. And I'm not knocking either. I love both groups. I love them both dearly. But I wish it was not so much division because, in my opinion, SWV was in their personal feelings, which fucked up the business. And then once the show aired and folks felt some kind of way, that caused the 2 groups to then respond. The difference is Kandi and Tiny is used to this bullshit. They, whatever. We know for a fact Lily and Taj and Coco is not used to the masses of idiots on social media who will come at them for no fucking reason. And they then think to respond back and forth, whatever, and then there be some bullshit. Some complete bullshit. And look what it's caused. A whole bunch of bullshit. And I just feel like people are allowing the fans to cause a divide. It don't need to be. But we also not going to ignore the fact that SWV is just as messy and shady as Escape. Okay? They're not innocent. And it all started because I'm upset because they want to ask about, performing, headlines. I'm like, who cares? Who cares? Y'all sold millions of records 25 years ago. Congratulations. Confetti. Okay. Now, let's get into the Rocky of it all. And then we'll get into the 2 watch-alongs for the people. Okay. But first, I need y'all to do what y'all think y'all need to do. Like the video. Because y'all don't like it, is the thing to do. So, on last night's episode, these fools, meaning Rocky and Tasha, was caught up again. And I feel like they were not ready for social media either. Because Tasha and Rocky, no tea, no shade. Like, I told you, I did not know who Rocky was. I did not know who Tasha's husband was or whatever. So part of me feel like they did not think about how social media was going to get in their ass. And when I feel like when when Tamika told them at that mama house, y'all stole my money. She didn't have her proof with her. Okay, and y'all know what she want to have.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts? No.
I think because she knew when I brought it up the first time about him taking my money, okay, no one believes me. And we ain't talking about it, okay? So I'm going to say something. I need to come with the receipts. I need to bring it with me immediately, okay? And so Tasha had no idea her sister had all the proof that her husband was around here on some bullshit. Now, we know Tasha kept saying, I'm not on tour because they on tour, that man, the promoter, threatened my husband, and I don't want to be around anybody who threatened my husband. No, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And to come to find out, that same promoter is who Rocky was allegedly getting kickbacks from. It's crazy to me. Because to me, that means Rocky knew I have to, and this is my opinion. I'm not saying it's fact, it's my opinion. My opinion is Rocky felt like I have to put some distance between me and that man. If he's pissed at me, he gonna tell them I ain't do something. So let me leave it be. Okay? Let me try to separate them. And while Rocky may have control of Tasha, Rocky don't have control of Tamika, Tiny, or Kandi. And when Tamika put out those receipts and said the promoter sent us the screenshots of the conversation, and it was proof that you was around here getting money on our behalf but not paying it to us, that you was around here telling that man that to send you 20 grand, that you told your wife, Tasha, that he had already gave you 10 grand, and that Tasha would be the one who could convince us ladies to go on tour. Because again, this was when Kandi was not touring with them. This was when it was the three of them girls without Kandi. And the promoter kept on saying, I need all four girls. I'll hook you up. I'll pay you whatever if you get me all four. Because at that point in time, that would have been a big draw because Kandi wasn't performing. The fact that they showed that lady their receipts and she sat, what is this? What is this? What does this mean? What does it mean? Okay? What does it mean? It's like, you not see? And when she said, Tasha, those are, the text. And this is the wire transfer from the bank showing that Rocky received money because in the memo line it says for escape. When somebody has the wire transfer from the bank, that's official. Okay? And that's official. And it was, because what is this? So y'all believe the text? Yes, bitch. I believe the text. It's called proof. It's called the receipts. Okay? And it's not just the text. It's the fact that it's the wire transfer showing multiple deposits going to Rocky from this promoter. The fuck? Okay? And the fact that she sat there and acted, I don't know. You said that bitch, your husband Your husband. And this is the kicker. Even if Rocky was lying to the promoter, saying he told Tasha this, the fact that Tasha sees it in black and white, and she not even pissed at her husband for implicating her in stealing from her group, is beyond me. Because this was filmed months ago. And her and Rocky been bouncing around here in interviews as if nothing ever happened. And I feel like Tasha said, I'm going to go do all the interviews I can before this episode air. Because once they air, I know folk going to say, well, bitch, you right stealing with your husband from the people that you sang with? That ain't good. And I know because what Tamika was on Watch What Happens Live tonight. I'll put up what she said tomorrow. But yeah, Tamika was on Watch What Happens Live tonight. Tasha and Coco will be on one day, either later this week, probably later this week. It's probably being pre-taped, but Coco and Tasha will be on later on. But I feel like she's like, let me do all the random interviews I can do, because once this shit come out, yeah, questions, bitch. Okay, and it's sad because she was sitting there looking like, I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? I don't know what to. Girl, you know what to do? Sit your ass somewhere and figure it out. Okay? Without him. So it's like Tamika put out proof that Rocky allegedly stole royalty money from her. Now we have proof that Rocky allegedly was getting kickback money from promoters without them knowing. And the fact of the matter is, who knows how long it's been going on? I'm like, Rocky not shit. Okay? Rocky not shit. So I want to get into Kandi speak on it because they discuss some things. Okay? Where is it? And then we'll do Tasha's thing if we have time. Because Tasha kind of get on my nerves. But I want to get to Kandi and Tiny because it's some stuff. So let's get into it. Okay?
To us and doing a show with SWV. Now, everybody had different feelings on if we should do the show or not from the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. So, how did you feel about doing this show? Just from the beginning.
The TV show or
the TV show?
Okay. Yeah, so I think I might have said something before,
We
but
have to remember.
I didn't.
We have to remember, Tiny has not done TV since the Hustle Family Show got canceled for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So even seeing her back on the show was a lot. Now, I think we've really heard all the ladies of SWV and Escape say none of them really wanted to do the show. I feel like production, Mona Scott, kind of coerced them into doing it, making them all think, oh, you're holding it up. Everybody else wants to do it except you. But the fact that none of them want to do it is crazy because that means y'all should have never did it.
I didn't want to do the show. I honestly, I don't feel like any of us wanted to do the show. You know, any of our group wanted to do the show just because the way it was sold to us was like, oh, we're going to do the show with you guys doing a co-headlining thing. And, for me, I did not want to mess up the relationship that we had with SWV because we've never really worked with SWV that closely. And never, we've had, separate moments where we worked with Taj and been around Lily or whatever, but never, to do a show. You know what I'm saying? Reality shows bring out the worst in people.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to mess up that relationship that we had. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to keep it very cordial, very light and friendly. So when we see each other in passing or whatever, when we do got to work together, it would be a great fun time.
Right.
And I think that's the problem kind of sort of because they have not really worked together verbatim, in closely or whatever. You can know somebody in passing, but not know them. And I feel like that's what happened with them. Like, they knew them in past and whatever, but like, when you don't know somebody's habits, their mannerisms, whatever, how they flip out, how they may be upset, it causes conflict. Because I do feel like I do think I blame SWV more, only because I feel like when they don't like something, they don't communicate it well. They get mad, they walk away, they huff and puff, and nothing is resolved. And I wish when they had an issue, they would sit the fuck down and talk about it. But that didn't happen. Why? Because the groups, they don't really know each other like that.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to do it for a different reason. Well, first of all, I didn't even think we were going to have any drama with SWV, to be honest with you, because like you said, like, we had already been friends with them for a long time, so, and we had done shows together before, just never combining a set.
Right.
We never combined one set together, but we've been on shows together.
Right.
So I didn't think it was ever going to be an issue with them. I didn't want to do the show because I already knew our own group was going to have issues, and it just magnifies it when the cameras get around.
I never thought that we were going to have, I mean, I know we got our shit, but of course, I didn't expect none of the stuff that went on or to be as big as it was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, we, internally, we know that these things have happened
but we never spoke about some of these things publicly.
So,
and that's the crazy part. Like, they knew about stuff, that was going on, but they just wouldn't say anything. And the fact of the matter that it kind of came out because of Tasha, well, not Tasha, but Tamika being upset and just kind of saying, y'all stole my money, and then that just kind of opened the floodgate to anything else. And conflict in between grown women who are set in their ways is very difficult to bring 7 women together and agree on everything. Being in a group in general and everyone agreeing in general is tough because everybody's an individual, and it's even more difficult when it's 2 sets of groups who have their own dynamics and their own issues and their own things to figure out. It just makes it harder because everybody think they right. And then sometimes folks just stop listening, and then she go left.
To come out for all the things to come full circle and everybody to see it and it to play out, it took a toll for the worse. I wasn't really even thinking about it. I thought, shit, we've been doing this shit so long, we be able to get through it, and we keep moving on. You know what I'm saying? But
do you think we're gonna get through it now? She had to take a phone break on that.
What you said? Do I think we're gonna get through it now? I can't see it.
Not in the near future. The future, the 8 ball says.
I mean, when it comes to the family, feuding, I just, you know what I'm saying? It's new for us to see them feud this deep and this hard.
Sisters.
Yeah, the sisters.
Right.
So, and it's getting uglier and uglier. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I mean, you can't never say never. I feel like, they have always been what they have been. So I could see them. Maybe, I don't know, because it's getting so crazy. And to me, I'm thinking like they're sisters and they really love each other. They've always been so close knit that somehow, they'll bring it back together.
It is the crazy part. I feel like everyone wants the Scott sisters to fix it, but we don't want Tamika to go back into that pattern of just allowing Tasha, her mama, to do whatever and treat her any kind of way. And I think it is hard because they're sisters. And I don't think anyone thought it would be this public. Because once you accuse your sister of stealing from not only you, but now from your group mates too, that's hard. That's hard. But I mean, we hope they fix it.
I just don't understand, like, when I see the blogs and everybody kind of, going in on us, everybody is like upset with us for saying what we had to say. But every time I look back at what I said, I don't feel like I said anything that was negative or taking jabs at them.
I didn't either. I mean,
I didn't even say it harsh. And I've been known to say some things harshly.
Even though we were connecting the show, I felt like they should have been dressed like how they usually dress, because that's their thing. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
Their style.
And we should dress like we usually dress. I didn't feel like, I know we was trying to do something cohesive, but I still felt like there should have been like the moments where you like, oh, that's SWV. oh, that's escape.
I saw that Coco basically said, well, whenever somebody starts off the conversation like, I don't mean to offend you, they're going to fucking offend you or whatever.
Yeah.
But my thing is, just because I say something that you don't like, it doesn't mean that I'm being disrespectful.
I fully agree. And I think that's the main issue I kept having with SWV. They just didn't like certain stuff. And they would say because they didn't like it, well, that's being rude. It is like, no, it's just you don't agree with me. And that kind of just kept flowing and flowing and flowing. And it made other folks feel like, oh, they being rude. Because SWV kept feeling that way. Even if that was not anyone's intent. And I just wish, in my opinion, SWV did not take things so personal and would have been just a little less stuffy, I guess.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
right? How is that? Because and this is please tell them what you felt about the conversation when they had SWV, Escape, all of us came together at the Corey Boys where the stylist was. Tell what did you think about that, child?
Which part? Because there was a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It was all over the place. I seen emotions were flying everywhere. Everybody was arguing. Coco and I think you had some words. And Tamika was trying to, they were going back and forth. So Tasha was very quiet, looking at everybody like we're crazy. And honestly, I seen that she wasn't even really on our side, even though we know she feels the same way we do.
And that's the crazy part. I think they said that before, that Tasha was sometimes sad with SWV. And they like, well, that ain't even your group. What you doing that for? I said how Tasha was the one who brought up, so what song gonna close? Which started another argument. You know what I'm saying? This is me, this season 2. I feel like I said this. I said they could do a season 2. You have the camera people following SWV on tour, the other half following Escape. And it can be, there's 2, groups working. And then maybe at the end they can have a conversation. I don't know.
Right, and that's the part that bugs me. Okay, so I felt like they did cut a lot of the conversation out. A lot of things that I said during the conversation, they cut out. Like, you don't really see me talking a lot at all during that meeting on the show.
No,
you and Tamika did most of the talking on the show.
I did a little talking, but Tamika was doing. I seen you because you and Coco had a little back and forth right there. Because and Tamika too though.
She got her feelings. I mean, I felt like she was in her feelings. I wasn't in.
Yeah, I think that they already came in kind of a little offended by. I guess from this thing that Tamika had said about the presidents.
Which is crazy because SWV be upset because Taj tell them stuff and it gets them pissed off. Because it's always Taj saying, well, they said this and they said that, which then will make SWV feel some kind of way. So when Tiny said how they would come in on one because they are upset because of what Taj asked then told them. But I'm like, the fact that y'all not talking to each other also means it's miscommunication.
Precedence. No, but when Tamika basically said to Tasha, when Tamika had said to Tasha, I guess in their meeting, that they don't have a Kandi and Tiny in their group, I felt like it became more about the conversation of followers, and they was making it seem like all we care about is followers. The thing that I didn't feel like they ever showed in the conversation, it was what we said was, when they kept saying, well, we sell more records than y'all. And we said, yeah, but we sell more tickets than y'all.
Right. And so I think that people, they got offended. But I don't understand why. Because when they said they sold more records than us, we admitted, yes, you're right. We're not like, oh, no, you didn't. Or, so what? You know what I'm saying? We say, yeah, you did. But we do sell more tickets than you. And the reason being is because we can reach more people. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We reach more people. We have a wider audience because of our fan base, and I think that it just went over people's head because it was like, oh, follow, y'all think and honestly, a lot of people make their living off their followings.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They do, and I think that's the issue that SWV don't understand is how lucrative and helpful social media could be, because you can just be around here doing everything and making money off of it. But I don't think SWV kind of knows that yet.
And people don't even work no more because they're able to make a real living off their following. the followers. So, you know, it is important. You know, sadly, it is important because today's age is like ran by the internet and social media, and things are just so powerful on social media. Not like back in the day when we was coming up in the 90s, you know, it was like you had to get out there and, you know what I'm saying, be seen and do shows and, you know, just be on the radio and all those things. Like, you know, today the world is different. Right. So that's all we were trying to say.
The dance audition, how'd you feel about it?
The dance audition, I mean, you know, it was so. Well, here's the thing. Here's another thing. I did not know that they didn't use dancers.
I thought they had like 2 dancers.
They don't use dancers.
Well, they used to not use dancers. I don't know if they do them now.
Well, for me, I just felt like I didn't know that when we was talking about.
And it's so funny with the voice stuff. Like I speed it up or slow it down. Just to, you know, mess with the thing. But I always try to speed up folks who talk slow, and then I'll slow down folks who talk fast. But I would have had to double time her voice to make it different. But I'm like, her voice still sound the same. But you know, I like it.
You know, joining forces, that we were, you know, I thought that all the things that we were talking about doing was things they kind of already do. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that we were bringing so much. I feel like we brought so much to the table. You know what I'm saying? For us to get downplayed, like we're supposed to be doing this and doing that. Like we're bringing a lot to the table that you guys haven't been doing before. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. Just pretty much, you know, some facts of how, you know what I'm saying, we kind of do our thing. It's totally different from how they do their thing. So I guess when we joined forces, we kind of brought in a lot of things, you know, to the table that they don't usually do. So, you know, like dancers. They don't do dancers. I didn't find it out to the day of the thing because I was like, you know, we were talking to them, they was like, well, we don't have dancers. I'm like, you guys don't have dancers.
They didn't do dances. They didn't do the graphics.
They didn't do DJ.
They used to didn't do a DJ.
They do the DJ at Versus, probably. I mean, everybody do a DJ for Versus. Yeah. So they don't do graphics, they don't do DJs, and they don't do dancers, and they don't wear outfits like that. And I mean, is it something else?
And that's the crazy part. Like, I don't think anyone thought about the fact that SWV did not bring nothing to the table. I told y'all this empty pocketbooks and open vaginas.
When we started having this conversation, I think people need to understand, because they say, for one show, y'all can get it. I keep reiterating this. The whole conversation with us was about a tour. The promoters was having a conversation with us directly because we weren't really dealing with a manager at the time. And saying, hey, we want to get this tour with y'all. This is what we got to spend. We're going to do this, you know, give you guys that. And then this is what we got to give to the other acts. Right. Or whatever. And so we knew all the different terms that were being offered the same way as their manager knew. Now, for us, the reason why we automatically felt like, oh, okay, yeah, we should be headlining is because we had already been headlining. Right. And it had never been a problem before. So it's like when you guys are like, how they think they supposed to, well, because they had already been on shows with us going before us, so we didn't think it was going to be an issue. I mean, we've honestly, you know, we've never done a show where we've opened for them or went on before them. That I recall, I've never recall a show that we've done that. So this would have been a first, and we don't understand why we would start now. Because why? We've never done it before. No promoter has ever asked us to go on before SWV. You're right, when it came up, it was supposed to be a paid show. Nobody got paid for this show. It wasn't like, you know, this show just, they put it together and everything was done by the promoter or whatever. This was just going to be like a promo for the tour that we were going to be doing.
You know, it was asked for us to do this grand show together, but you guys pay this much and they'll pay this much. And we're like, what? What do you mean? And we didn't think it would be fair for us to play a 75% amount of the money.
That's if it was going to turn into a tour.
If it was going to be first of all, even when we wasn't going to do a tour, we thought we were going to get paid for this one show for a minute, and then it got too late, and everybody was like, no, it ain't gonna be. They can't promote, they can't do this and that, so we're just going to put the show on and whatever. So even still, like, we thought we were, you know, it was going to be some kind of budget that people were going to have to come out of pocket.
And to be honest with you, I think the reason why when I see them say stuff like, you know, why are they talking about money, blah, 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 I was like, well, those conversations their manager probably was having for them. Right. So maybe they weren't as privy to some of the things that was said about that part.
So was the manager
as we were.
Was the manager ever not around when you were around SWV?
No, he was there, so I just was like, I didn't understand why. I just didn't get why, like, they was getting so offended when we said, like, we want to end the show or we want to, you know, whatever. And then you guys are acting like we are tripping or we have an ego, but if you can imagine, if you were all had prior to this had been doing shows with a person, you always headlined, or you always was at the end of the show. Let's just say that you always, had all these things going on, and now, everybody wants you to split your title, your everything. Then you go before them. It's like they want to flip the whole script from what you've been doing. You would be saying the same thing. Like, hold on, wait, why am I giving up everything? You wouldn't do it either.
And that's the thing that's what I think people don't get. Like, we keep saying SWV is real simple. They didn't bring them to the table. Just they singing voices and that's it. And if promoters are going to the group Escape saying, hey, this can be a tour based on this one show, the one show would be the practice. And if it's a tour, this is what it will be. You would want to go into this knowing what would happen. You would want to go into this knowing what's going to be paid, what's going to be owed, and if we are bringing everything, if we are putting money into it, if we are dipping in our own money, we want to headline. Yes, people, let's be clear. SWV wanted to be co-headliners, okay, but did not put up any ideas, any money, no production, nothing. You can't want to co-headline, but not want to bring anything to why are we co-headlining? What are you doing? What are you bringing here? And to me, I feel like stuff could have been better if SWV had helped more, had contributed more to make it more even keel. Because even if y'all didn't like this, that, or the other, why didn't y'all have anybody to bring in to put y'all ideas to use? All the ideas really came from Escape. All the complaining came from SWV because they felt like Escape was trying to play them. But it just kind of turned into a big ball of messiness.
I just feel like, as far as the show together, we didn't take anything from them that we can take back with us and be like, oh, now we're doing so and so because we did that with SWV. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that. Now, let's just say if I don't know what their show is like, but if they got dancers now or DJs or then we'll be able to say, oh, they changed their show up. They got some new stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't get to do any. We didn't get to say, God damn, we're taking that with us. We're gonna put that on our show. Everything that we did together, we've already been doing.
Right.
And if your tour, if the show is what you've already been doing, why would you go headline? Because they didn't bring anything to the table.
Nothing new for us. You know what I'm saying? Just going back and forth with the new thing.
Right, but okay, so the thing that I didn't think was made clear when you kept saying you arguing the same thing that we arguing, I didn't think that they really allowed us to make that clear, because I remember saying in our meeting, which they didn't show on the show, I said to them, I was like, we're taking shorts the whole way around when you guys are keep getting your way. And they was like, how are we getting our way? I was like, you want it to co-headline? You co-headline it. Now it's like you starting the show and you want to end the show. I was like, if you want to split everything, I was like, so we're having to give up everything that we had going on to make you happy. But how are we made happy in the situation?
That's how I was feeling too. But in all fairness to them, I don't think they asked to start the show. They just wanted to end the show. I mean, I think that, it came collectively like that they would start. Because, opening and closing. But,
They didn't say no. Because what they heard him say, you start, and she still wanted to end. So she didn't say, okay, swap us out.
Right. No, she didn't. And I was just like, at the end of the day, they were arguing the same point that we were. They was trying to stand their ground on. They wanted to finish the show same way we were standing our ground. So for me, I just kind of felt like that's a business disagreement. No feelings should be getting involved.
Boom. And that was my point from episode 1. I kept saying from episode 1, there's no reason for SWV to be upset. There's no reason for I sold 30 million records, bitch. There was no reason for that. For Lily getting up, there was no reason for the upsetness in that first episode. And then from there, stuff just kind of kept getting more and more separate. But I still feel like, we're 5 episodes in and we still have not seen anything that SWV brought around here to change the show, to make it better, to be anything different besides them and them doing their thing. And when you have a way that you do your shows, that's cool. When you come to y'all, I'm starving, girl. Took my sandwich. Anyway, you have a way that you do your show. You usually will change it up when you're collaborating with somebody because it's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be better, and it do seem like when SWV would get upset, they would just kind of raise hell and pout or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To where Escape will say, we're fine. But they then got to this point of neither one of them wanting to say fine when it came to who would end the show.
Yeah. Like, that is what it is. You're standing your ground, we're standing our ground, but they were getting like a lot of oh, she wanted to fight.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? You act like we ain't come from the same, like you from New York, but we from the A, so we all could be having them same type of vibes. But we wasn't trying to be like that with them.
No, I mean, we really, you know what I'm saying? We just wanted to say what we had to say. We really weren't trying to hold no grudges or be upset about it. You know what I'm saying? We was hoping that, we could all agree at some point. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen. But I don't know. I just think that it got out of hand because, they're making it seem like we're being petty. But honestly, we're all saying the same shit. Y'all how we being petty when y'all saying y'all want to close. I mean, we're both saying the same shit. So we being petty, but y'all not.
Would you still like to see the tour happen with SWV?
I don't have a problem with SWV. Yes, you saying if I would go on tour with SWV, I'll go on tour with them. I mean, I love them.
With that being said,
I also want to say, both groups have been saying how they would still do a tour together. But I feel like SWV would say that, but then say, but they got to know what's going on. So I feel like they would say, yeah, we can, but we should, but it could be, but you know what I'm saying? So I think they're getting more upset as the fans are dividing shit up and making things worse after the fact.
Both of us are saying right here, right now, that we would still like to do the combined show with SWV if we can figure out the business side of things, right?
Yeah, I think if we can get the business together, I think that we can put on a hell of a show. The girls got amazing songs, amazing hits, timeless music. We can't deny that. We all have the same type of vibe and feel going on with our music as well. And so I feel like, people would love to see both, us go on tour and do a whole run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if we can make that happen for our people, our fans, I like to call them my fam, I think that we should make it happen.
You can go see, she dropped the receipts. Now, a part of them receipts was your mama was on the video. How did you feel about your mom being in the video with Tamika?
First of all, they tricked me because I had already told my mama, you ain't doing no damn videos, you ain't doing nothing. I mean, but, of course, Meek is my baby, and I do understand that she wanted to, I guess, clear up everything and show the people that, her sincerity and, give them some facts and let them hear from who started.
Right.
So seeing Tamika have Tiny Mama in her receipts video, to me, I think it made stuff seem real. Because Mama Diane ain't had no reason to lie. That's who signed them up. So here in person, we know, it was taken. We had to press charges, and you gave me a new address, and then things changed. So I like that she included her mom in there, but she also kept it classy.
Found all this and did everything with this whole company. But honestly, when I looked at it, I felt like Tamika did an amazing job by, because my mama will say anything if you let her keep going. And,
no, not anything to say about it. It's facts, though.
No, when I say she would
business.
spill everything, you know what I'm saying? So I never know I want to hold her back and protect her from, telling everything. So when I seen how they did it, it was tasteful. She did basically clear up, everything that happened. And she also, let you know how much she loves Tasha. She loves Tasha, you know what I'm saying? And she loves us all, you know what I'm saying? She's just, Escape is her baby. So she is not going to sit up there and lie for anybody, you know what I'm saying? She's not going to take no side. She's just going to tell it like it is. I mean, that's just who Lady Di is, And
we're not going on. I agree. I wish there was another collective show like the BT and bring different high-profile groups together to make a group record, I'd be here for it. See, I don't, because we already have Encore that's on BET. They do have a season 2. But I do feel like Queens of R&B could be a series. And then they don't make a record together. But you can bring on, old groups or whatever, and they perform a show. It should be about them making a show. I don't need nobody right here making new music or whatever. No. Plan a new show and then see if that can be a tour. So that is an idea I think would be kind of cool, but we shall see.
So with that being said, how do you feel about the receipts?
They're heavy. Receipts, baby. Receipts is heavy. And the thing is, I mean, we knew that Tamika had the receipts for a while, and she was not wanting to, I guess, take it any further, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, people like, oh, well, y'all were doing interviews. We were doing press interviews to promote our show. And, of course, when you do press interviews, they want to know about what's going on, and they're going to talk about it, and they're going to ask you questions. But after, so we did answer them, and we gave them what they wanted. But after Tasha was going on all this press run, and she was like, just going so hard about, what she didn't do and all of this stuff, I think
she actually said, I want to see it. If she got receipts, I want to see the receipts.
Yeah, and so it pushed Tamika to the point to where she's like, you know what? I got to go and give him the receipts.
And that's sometimes you have to come through.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts?
No. And you just bring them. Because that's the kicker. I think that Tasha should be ignoring the fact that you said, bring the receipts. Let's get some proof. Where is it? So, like, you can't be upset that you can't push and you push somebody to put out the proof they had on you.
Because, as that being her family, she know it was out there. She know there was, it's heavy. It's still heavy on her because it's her family. You know what I'm saying? So, it's nothing that she takes pride in or she took pride in doing. But, to clear her name up and to, I guess, just put it all out there and be done with it, she felt like it was time to do it. And she held it back as long as she could. But, it just more in another interview and an interview and an interview and an interview after each other. It's just like, okay, enough is enough. I got to go on and, clear my name because y'all trying to make me seem like I'm the crazy one.
And the crazy part is we don't know what receipts Tasha allegedly had that she mentioned in her video. I feel like if she had some, she would have released them. A part of me felt like, Tasha saying, we both have it. I got receipts too. To me, it was kind of a threat. Like, I know some stuff, so don't say nothing more. So I hope that Tamika just remembers you can love your sister from afar, but don't trust her ass. Because again, she, to me, is waiting to, expose something that we don't know what.
Tamika was willing to sacrifice whatever, to keep her relationship tight with her sisters and her mother. And I think right now she's just grown to the point to where she is, standing up for Tamika.
How did you feel about the apology video that Tasha put out this week?
Bullshit. I still don't believe Tasha's apology video. All that crying, all that snot, all them tears. I just feel like it was performative. I feel like we know she's having a hard time because a lot is coming at her. However, I feel like it was more damage control than accountability. And that's why I said, bullshit.
I felt like it was, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say, like, I felt like she said some sincere things, and I felt like, I'm going to be honest, I felt like what she said about me was pretty sincere, because, it is true. She loves Zara. She's, me and her have always had a really tight bond, and maybe, she feels like maybe I should have spoke to her a little more. I feel like she could probably feel like that. I don't, and I feel like maybe, some of the other things she said about her mom, I know it's true, and, she probably really feels like that, and, maybe even Tamika, some of it, I don't know about, like, I don't remember exactly what she said about Tamika, because I can't really listen to the shit she says about Tamika, because to me, it feels like, she's always, what's the word when you're not taking accountability? Yeah, it's like she's not always saying what she didn't do, or she don't know nothing about it, and I just can't really listen to it. But when she said about you, I don't know if what I'm saying, y'all just, I don't know about
bullshit.
Yeah,
So you only agree.
It was a bullshit. I also like the fact that Tiny's saying, like, in her the fact that it seemed like Tasha was more sincere talking to Tiny than she was when talking about her sister Tamika. And she did not hold herself accountable for what she did. She just kind of talked in circles. So I like the fact that Tiny realized it. Like, she was sincere when it came to me and her mama, but with Tamika, I don't know. And with you, it was some bullshit. Because Tiny know Kandi, and when I go to bed, y'all don't get how tired I am. We not gonna get the Taj tonight because I don't have the energy, honey, to do the 20 minutes of Taj video because we still have about 10 minutes left of this one. But I'm trying my best to give y'all the energy I have, okay? But my point is, Tiny was aware of the discourse between Kandi and Tasha over the years. So the fact that now she wants to say sorry to Kandi, it seemed like bullshit. And I'm happy Tiny recognized that because usually Tiny is the one who is the peacekeeper. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'll do Taj tomorrow. I'll do Taj tomorrow for sure after work because I'm gonna get some rest, but I don't want to be, just dragging with that.
With what she said about you. Nothing else in
I think what she said about me was real. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Okay, well, with that, I guess I can agree a little bit. Okay, so for me, I just kind of felt like, well, for one, I do think that it's been very heavy for her right now, and I understand how she can have that emotional breakdown because right now, she has been wanting to sing and have her own solo album forever. And obviously, all of this negativity is not doing anything good for her music. And so, for me, I felt like that's why she was emotional. Because
I agree. I feel like everybody felt like she came online because the Motown gospel folks said, hey, clean it up. Figure it out. You can't leave it lingering, okay? And even though in her apology video, she cried and cried and cried, it still felt like she was playing cleanup. And somebody said, hey, fix it. It wasn't from a genuine place. Because again, 8 days prior, she did a whole speak on it on her own channel, whatever, that looked stupid.
Here she is trying to do her music and all this other stuff is kind of like blocking and putting some hate on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
so I feel like that's what made her emotional. I don't think she gives a rat ass about me.
I don't think she do either, Kandi. I don't think she do either.
And that's from years of experience. I can say that. I feel like if she was just having drama with me, this would not even be a conversation, okay? There would not be one tear. There would be not one thing. I think the fact that she's having drama with her sister, the fact that, you and her, that you ain't even for the bullshit, that, and like I said, all of the hate towards what she's doing musically, I think obviously that has made her emotional. Now, with that being said, I'm used to not really messing with me like that, so I didn't really, I'm not really, like, expecting apology from her, and I don't really necessarily need that, from her to be made whole or whatever.
I believe, as Kandi said, because she's so used to her Tasha Bennett eyes, it's not weird for her. It's probably weird for Tamika and Tiny because, sister and good friend, but Kandi is used to them kind of being basically estranged. So it's like there's no reason for her to like really want to have that need to like fix it and get back to how it used to be because it's the same old, same old.
I think, obviously, the other thing was the way that Brett went in on her on that interview and was saying Kandi was sad, and she was like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Don't try it.
I think she doesn't want to remember. But then Brett was like, no, I definitely remember, and you said it, and it was said in your first TV show, and Tasha was like, I don't remember her saying that. And I'm like, we definitely had a conversation on that show.
A whole conversation that I feel like it cleared the air back then, so it's so weird to have Tasha make it seem as if she has no idea. I never knew this. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? You knew the whole time.
I think she doesn't want to remember. I definitely felt like they used to gang up on me all the time. I mean, it was obvious. Everybody kind of knew that back in the day. It wasn't like no secret or whatever. I probably even go pull up one of my old diaries where I'm talking about it. Tasha really wasn't trying to hear what Brad had to say, but I think all the negativity that came from the fans from that obviously has taken its toll. So with that being said, I even said to y'all one time, I said somebody might need to check on Tasha.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know,
She's not used, well, neither Tasha nor Tamika are used to this type of hate and heat from the fans to, you know, be constantly saying stuff. They're not used to it. So for them, it hits different. And so, yeah, for some people, it's a lot to take when they see the comments. If for some people, they can only see two bad comments, and then they be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
You know.
Child, look. The comment section is the beast, and you have to take the good with the bad. But if you're not used to the comments, it can get very overwhelming. But you can't make your bed and lie in it and then want to cry about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
So we kind of used to that. So I think for us, it's not as much of a breakdown for us, but for them it is. So with that being said, I don't really think Tasha really cares about me and have no real apologies for me. I hear her saying, if I made you feel away, then I'm sorry. Which, you know, anytime they do that, if. So we got to touch on this before I'm going to let you go. They see us come back together for this meeting at the studio. It's a town hall meeting. So y'all know I'm here for a receipt, honey. So I had Tamika had kind of like told me a little bit of her conversation with this promoter beforehand, and she told me that he had sent her all this stuff. So I was like, make sure you print it out. You gotta show these receipts now. You can't just be hitting people with fake news. So,
and that's a good thing because, again, as I said earlier on, I think Tamika knew when she brought up the $30,000 thing and she didn't have proof on hand. Okay, if I'm gonna say the promoter said this and that, I have to have the proof. You should always come with your proof. Always.
So she printed. Okay, so the promoter sent copies of screenshots of text messages between him and Rocky. And he also sent a copy of a wire transfer receipt from the bank. It was an actual wire transfer receipt with bank numbers on it. It was multiple payments. So it was one particular one that said like $5,000 or something. And it said in the note section, it said for escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for escape going to Rocky's company or whatever. So anyway, and you can't fake wire transfer.
Out here stealing the church's money.
Rockland Records.
Rockland, I believe.
Rockland Records is R. Kelly's company. You can look it up, research it.
Yeah.
He tells a lot of lies, child. So please, y'all gotta redo your research with the news, the fake news that be going on. But anyway,
Boom. Okay, we have to research. Y'all know I googled it. Cause I was like, he kept saying how Rockland Records was his. He founded it. It was his, and all of the Googles and Wikipedia, all of the files I looked at for Rockland Records has it for Aura of the Kelly. Founded by R&B recording artist and record producer Aura of the Kelly in 1998. With distribution from Interscope. And it was only a couple of artists on the line. Like it was like R. Kelly and like 3 other people or whatever. So the fact that I feel like Rocky thinks he'll say stuff, and because it's kind of old, people won't go find it. It's like, but when you Google Rockland Records, like clearly his name ain't nowhere around there. Okay, it was founded by Aura of the Kelly and Trackmasters, with 2 of the producers. So again, he's on some bullshit. He's on some bull stuff. Okay, let's keep listening.
we're not getting on that. So this is the stuff that Tamika had. She had the copies of the text message. She had the copy of the wire transfer receipt. And I guess, was that it?
Yeah, I mean, that was enough.
That was enough.
The crazy thing is for me, I mean, here's another moment where she just, and I didn't know nothing about these receipts. So mind you, when y'all start talking about these receipts, y'all hit me when y'all hit her. And I'm just like, damn, and she, but, you know, here again, she's not taking any, like, she's not gonna, like, oh, yeah. She's like, what is this? Like, I mean, but what is it? Like, they're text messages.
Like, you can read it just like,
yeah,
read it right now.
They have your man's number number right here. I know your man's number. This is his number. She's like, anybody can do that. Like, anybody can do that. But the biggest thing is, in the text message, they're saying each other's name. They're saying Sam, Rocky. You know, they're saying each other's names.
You know exactly. We know exactly what he was talking about. But the thing that I knew for a fact that it was real was, okay, so basically what happened was, you guys know that for a while, Escape 3, which was Tiny, Tamika, and Tasha, they were doing shows without me. And, you know, I was filming and stuff. They were still doing shows. There was no bad blood about it. Y'all was doing y'all thing. We didn't have no negativity.
Right.
But they were still making money as Escape 3, doing concerts. And I wasn't on them. So apparently, this particular promoter wanted all 4 members for these particular shows.
Right.
And at the time, I remember Nick had hit me and he was like, oh, you know, they want you on the show, la 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 la. You know, he was like, we could try to figure it out. You know, I was wrapping up filming on something else or whatever. So anyway, whatever it was that I had been doing, Rocky refers to that in his text. He was like, yeah, you know, her, what did he say, nickname? Or he said her agent. Her agent is says she's about to wrap up this project, but she'll be good for the show. And so my thing is, how could the promoter have known that to make it up in a text?
Yeah.
Meaning Rocky was giving information on the girls as if he's really booking them. So when Ken like, well, in the text, like, why he mentioning my shit? Like, you not managing me? How that happen? Rocky is messy.
She was trying to make it seem like the promoter just faked some texts. And it was like, no way that man could have known what I was doing. He said that. And also in the text, Rocky says, yeah, I talked to my wife. They show that.
Yeah.
I talked to my wife, and she's excited, you know, about you giving me the first part, whatever, the money or whatever. And he was like, but she's going to make sure that she gets all of them and talk to the girls and make sure they all, what you say, how did he word it?
Everybody's gonna listen to her.
Yeah, to get us on board to do these shows. And so basically the problem with this situation, guys, is for years we have been hearing from other promoters that Rocky was doing side deals with promoters, like, you know, like say if a promoter want to do a party at a club, he'll like, getting people to give him money on the side, unbeknownst to us, to get us to show up.
Stealing money. Because anytime somebody around here asking for money to get you somewhere and they're keeping it, it's not going to you, that's some bullshit. Okay? So the fact that they're saying they had been hearing rumblings from before that he had been doing that, but they did not have any proof, like any hard, you know, print out paper from the bank proof until now. Okay? Tamika will be on Watch What Happens Live. Well, Tamika should have been, because I haven't watched it yet. Tamika was on Watch What Happens Live today. Tasha and Coco will be on later this week. Either later this week or early next week. Okay? But yeah, that's that on that.
Right? That's one thing. For another thing, as a group, we're all supposed to be splitting equal. Now, people call all of us with shows, but we're supposed to just say, okay, take the number and throw them to whoever's management or whatever, and let those people negotiate it, not try to get an extra fee on top for connecting the show.
Right.
So that goes back to what you say at the end. Any money that's out there, it needs to be put on the table.
Yeah, because we need to know about it. You know what I'm saying? There don't need to be no money going back and forth that we don't know about on our name. You know what I'm saying?
And, okay, so that's the main thing. So anyway, the promoter, which is the promoter that she claims that she has a problem with now? This is the same promoter.
Yeah.
The same promoter that she said she don't want to do shows for. So anyway, the problem that ended up happening, me and Tanya ended up getting COVID that year. And we ended up, after the guy had paid him money to get us on the show, we ended up not being able to do the show. Yeah. So I guess that blocked Rocky from getting the rest of the money.
Because the guy kept on saying, I need all 4 girls. I need all 4 girls, and I'll give you this extra money. And because Tiny and Kandi did not show up, dude did not pay, that's probably how the argument happened, okay? And then shit went left.
And they fell out. Hence, now it caused all these issues with us and the promoter all of a sudden. We didn't know why we was having issues.
So that's what happened. That's what happened after the Lady of Soul, with people being threatened.
No, that actually had happened before the Lady of Soul. That's why she was saying she didn't want to do those shows with that promoter.
But it's the same promoter.
It's the same
that
promoter.
she had outed on her Instagram.
The one she's been talking about. It's the same promoter.
That, you know, Yeah, he threatened her husband. We decided to keep doing shows with them.
Right, but they already didn't want to do the shows before that argument happened.
And honestly, the threat came after he threatened him. It was like,
Yeah,
I mean, it's on the
him.
text, so I don't have to, speak on it.
It's a whole just foolishness that Rocky has brought to them. Because Tasha and Rocky saying, hey, we not gonna mess with that promoter that y'all messing with because he threatened us. And now we have Kandi and Tiny saying, nah. You threatened that man first and he threatened you back. Meaning, Rocky ain't shit. Bottom line, Rocky ain't shit.
Right, but it's a text of it, But here's the thing, like it was crazy to me and Tamika because Tasha, being that her and Kandi never really got along, and at the time, it took us a minute when we didn't have Kandi. It took us a minute for us to get people to accept us as three people, as Escape 3. And at the time, we were making more money than we've ever made before. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because now you don't have 4 people to split with, you just split 3.
And we were making, and our budget was up. We was making more money. You know what I'm saying? So in the process, when she started saying, bring Kandi back, me and Tamika were like, for what? What are we doing that for? You know what I'm saying? We love Kandi and everything, but she don't want to do it, and we make good money. Like, what you talking about? She was just like, yeah, but it'd be great to bring 4 people back, and to have an original. We're like, all right, okay, because that's true. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't make no sense to us. But now when we read text messages, it all comes together. You know what I'm saying?
So the fact that we did not know why out the blue she wanted Kandi back. Kandi was not performing. We were performing, making good money. Why would you want to make less money by adding someone back who don't want to be here? Oh, it makes it now because the promoter wanted all 4. So even seeing how Rocky said in the text, they're all, Tamika can get them all to do whatever. And they end up getting Kandi back round here, but I didn't know why. Because LaTocha asked to sneaky deaky.
They was getting some extra money on the side.
They asked her to bring us back, 4 back, and we just was kind of like, what? You want to do that? Like, you want to go get us?
Right, which is so crazy because they didn't show you in that argument in a conversation that she and I had prior. The one that she told y'all that she tried to tell how she was there for me as a friend. Mm-hmm. Really, she tried to throw at me then. I'm the one who wanted you to come back. No, after seeing these text messages, I realized you only wanted me to come back because you was getting kickbacks for your husband. Yeah, so for you guys, for clarity, the text messages were legit. They were from the promoter. No, we didn't make them up. And I don't see how the promoter could have faked those text messages. It was clear conversations between the two of them. Too many of the things that were said in the text were things that actually had happened. Yeah, so nobody that wasn't a part of that couldn't have faked it.
And I don't think that he had Rocky locked in. I believe you could see the number. And we all know the number, you know what I'm saying? So she was saying anybody could have put this number and made it seem like it was, but it's like, why is anybody doing that? Like, why can't you just go with, this is what happened? And I mean, it's not like we haven't had this conversation before. So for you to make it seem like, oh, this is just can't be. It's like,
Yeah, it was just kind of hurtful to me because not only, like, we showing you what the conversation between your husband and his promoter, but then also to know that you were a part of it. Like, Tasha, your husband is saying here that he had been talking to you about this man giving him extra money on the side. So it was like, you were a part of this, and now you're trying to play us like we stupid right now.
Did you guys ever think, like, how long has this been going on?
No, we definitely knew it had been going on because we had heard from other promoters before that he had been trying, like, getting guys to give him extra money to get us to show up for stuff. Yeah. But this was the first time we actually had real proof in hand with a wire transfer receipt. That was the first time we actually had real proof to say, like, this is actually happening. We had heard it before.
Yeah, we've heard it before. But I've dealt with Rocky many times after, hearing it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's partly my fault, you know what I'm saying? Because I kind of just got along with Rocky too because, he do kind of got the gift of gab and he kind of, come in and talk a little, try to, you know what I'm saying? Just be talking shit. And so me, it's that cancer in me, just be like, oh, okay, and I'll forget what the nigga did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, hey, oh shit, I ain't even talking to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So, yeah, so we're all here. We're all in collective. And Kandi had came in like, I'm not doing anything if this goes on. Like, if you're, if this person is involved, I don't want any parts of it. So, it wasn't like, they didn't know. And I think that was the reason why it was so like, okay, let's not tell nobody and let's kind of, keep it on the, you know what I'm saying? Because they knew that if it was anything to be like, oh yeah, well, he's going to be getting money because of this and that. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't want to be associated with that kind of business.
Well, on top of that, the way I look at it is, if there's ever a thing where Tasha can make decisions based on what shows she wants to do or what promoter she wants to work with based off of who's giving her man an extra check on the side, then we're allowing her to control the situation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, so
Like, you're right.
And I fuck Tasha, because it's true. It gives her too much power because now they don't know when she's backdooring them in any deal, because who knows how much she's already been doing it. And even if she isn't doing it and Rocky is, it's still that's purse to taking money out of our pockets.
You, Tamika, is anybody else's husbands involved in any decisions?
No, our husbands are not involved in our decision making. Of course, they're gonna tell us their opinion, but our husbands don't make no decisions for the group. So with that being said,
and they all try to pitch in and help here and there, but nobody's getting anything for it.
No kickbacks.
You know, they might turn us on to this or say, hey, man, these got these people, but nobody gets anything for it. They just turn it over to wherever our people is and let it go. And so that's what we wanted from everybody's man. We just want it to be to where our men kind of stay out, in the background and let us kind of handle it as foreign women. But we can never do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why also when you think about, I guess reuniting, it just seems like it would never be be able to happen, because there would never be a time that I feel like she's not gonna let, I mean, that's her manager, that's who runs all her stuff, and he basically, everything goes through him. So I just don't think we'll be able to work together, because we know that, at the end of the day, like, he's still gonna be in control over that side. Right. We never know where that's gonna go. So, it's sad. It's a sad thing, because, we are still sisters, and we have we have amazing, we have amazing sound as four people. Yeah. But we have to keep going. We have to keep moving, because we love what we do. And, our fans still love us, and they still supporting us. So we're going to still be out there giving y'all what y'all want. It's going to be three of us. It's still three of us, and we out there, and,
we got a lot of shows.
And that was all. I love the fact that they're embracing the three of them, because you don't want the fourth person if you don't trust that fourth person, because that fourth person and their husband has shown some untrustworthy like behavior. Because that's like literally doing stuff behind the back, getting money behind the back, making deals behind the back, and then being sneaky with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I can't trust you. And the fact that, again, all of this happened months ago, and we still see Tasha with him, it's like, okay, Tasha literally has made her decision. Rocky is her rock. She gonna stick beside him all day, all night, okay? And, like, let it be that. So I feel like nobody should say, oh, it should be the four. They should bring her back. It's like, hell no. Hell's no. Hells no. She can sit there and look at herself and blame herself for all she's going through, because everything that happened is her fault, because she allowed it. Because, again, once they brought it to her attention and she chose to stay, that's on her. That's on her. And if she want that bald-headed man, let her have that bald-headed man. You hear me? Anyway, y'all, I am done. I will come back. Oh, I want to add one last thing. Kandi did make it clear, and I just cut this part out and I forgot, that she did not ever date Rocky. She never had sex with Rocky. Tasha K has said that some new mistress or whatever told her that Rocky told her that he and Kandi used to date. And Kandi said, I don't know where the fuck that came from. It ain't true. No. Tiny also said, it did not happen too. You know what I'm saying? So again, Kandi and Rocky never happened. Boom, pow, pow. Y'all, I'm finna go to sleep. Because as y'all know, I woke up yesterday at 8:40 p.m. I have not been asleep since then. I am tired. I was sitting here trying my best not to doze off, not to push the wrong button, because I'm just probably delirious. The damn Doordash person ate my food. So I'm starving and I'm hungry, but I'm going to eat tomorrow because it's too late to put any food in my stomach. I had me some little pork rinds that'll tab me over in some water. So I'll come back tomorrow, because I had my whole graphic up for Ty, but I don't have it. I don't have it. I cannot. I cannot. But I will come back tomorrow. We'll have a whole conversation about whatever Ty said and whatever else happens between now and then. That will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I hope you all have already did a couple of things. Subscribe to my channel. Become a whole JayBird. I'm trying to not be delusional, y'all. Become a whole JayBird. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Like the video, comment in the comment section, share the video, please. Thank you. A good time was had by all y'all. A good time was had by all. I'm gonna get some real good sleep, and we know for a fact that lady who stole my fucking food, we hope her throat is swollen right now. Okay, swollen. She's not gonna believe us, but it's gonna be real itchy. Okay. Anyway, I love you all. Good night, y'all.